Hey there, fellow Buccaneers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to No Man's Sky Outlaw, Episode 18, A Ship to Trade. So now that I have all of the tech and arms purchased, the fastest way would probably just to go to one of my bases and then warp somewhere else. Warp to a system that we want to smuggle to. So in this series, I like Viking, I don't like Korvax or Gek, so I'm going to smuggle into the Korvax or Gek because it's going to ruin my reputation with them by bringing in illegal goods into their systems. So from here, I'm not system locked because this is my base, and let's smuggle the Gek because I don't like the Gek. Just personal preference. The Gek tried to commit genocide against the Korvax for greed, so screw them. And also the Korvax worship the sentinels, so screw them too. Screw them both. So I'm gonna sell my stuff to pilots rather than to the galactic terminal, except for the smuggled goods, but for the arms and tech I have to sell to these guys. You're a Korvax outlaw? Nice. Down with the conversions, right? So here, as you can see, 300, 300, 300, 750, 300. Yeah, it's a nanite maker. So I was at basically 0 nanites when I started. I'm at now 3,700, and I've only sold half of what I bought so far. Shield module. I don't really have any space. I'll try this shield module, see if it's better than what I had. Oh, it's really good. Oh man, I'm lucking out. These shield modules are just epic. Alright, everything else. Scatterblast. Oh, I'm gonna hold on to the scatterblaster and sell everything else. So scatterblaster's the top one. No, wait, yeah, I'm selling, okay. Alright, so now, in the 2 outlaw stations that I went to smuggle arms and tech, I made 7,000 nanites. It took me, what, like a few minutes? Yeah, there's really not another way to make nanites faster than this. This is it's not passive. It's not like fungal mold farming passive, but it is stupid fast. You're a Gek named Geb. Man, your parents did not like you. Alright. Storm Crystal. Teleport coordinates. Oh, yeah. Nip Nip. Grab Ball. Life Support Gel. Sure, why not? And anything in my ship I want to part with? Nope. So there we go. That would be smuggling in a nutshell. Very, very, very profitable. Did I buy the suit upgrade? I did. I need to start going to like new systems if I want to expand my exosuit. So now it's time to go hunt that bounty. The freighter assault. Hope the ship's up to the task. So the fastest way to get there is to just like go to my base and then warp to where I need to be, because you can't go from a civilized hub to an outlaw hub. It's locked. coordinates blocked, but your bases are neutral. They're like Switzerland, so you can always jump to your base and then jump to where you need to be. A little workaround. A back door. I'm not sure where this quest wants me to be, so I'm just going to take off instead. I have wondered how much of my base I can see from here. None. Basically just the base computer. But everything else is hidden under the island. Perfect. Alright. SV7 Gabbers, prepare to die. Or kill me, I'm not sure which. Trade convoy. Yar! So right now I'm just pissing off their defense force. So they don't take too kindly to me, you know, pirating. Sorry, Gek. And whenever I do these missions, I'm going to have to make sure to do the missions in non-Viking systems. I think that's the important bit. Because being a pirate ruins reputation unless you use forged passports. What are they even shooting at? It's funny that they can't decide what they're upset by. Whether I'm completing missions or pirating them. They're just like, oh, we hate you, we love you. It's a bit of both. Right, the only worry I have is like I am simply running out of room in my ship for stuff, so I'm gonna have to drift a second to free up some space. Ooh, banned weapons. Nice. Anything spicy here? Prismatic feathers, those are illegal. Oh, salvage frigate module! Yes! Mine now. Gra, uranium, more feathers. I'm just making sure, like, the really important stuff, the really pricey stuff, I, like, grab first. For space. But that frigate module's awesome. I think that's it. I think I have stolen their everything. And I've also accomplished the mission, too. Which is the important bit. Standing out increase with Outlaws has gone up. I forget if you can blow these things up or not. The ships, that is. I guess that's a yes. We're going with the 0 witnesses to my misdeeds route. So the result of that is I can return to the Bounty Master for the Storm Crystals, which is awesome. But also, my reputation with the Outlaws is going up. My standing's going up. Which is going to be really important, you know, in this series, in this role-playing series. So there you go. That is one mission down, and I'm going to pick up another one. Or actually, question. What should I do? Mission or smuggle? I'm gonna let you choose. Because what I could do is I could take the storm crystals that I get awarded for doing that mission that I just did and invest them into smuggling, or just to do more missions. I am down for either. And I would pick a different type of mission to show you the variety. The raiding missions are probably the more exciting ones, but you know, there's other missions as well. So you can see that this is worth a lot. You know, $500,000, $1 million. I basically filled my hold, and I also, the really, really important bits was got the salvage frigate module, which is just like chef's kiss. I'm probably going to decide to get a scanning room with that. All right, you, sir, give me my storm crystals. And let's go sell off the stuff I just earned. And this time I'm going to smuggle them to a Korvax system if I can. So I spread my my poor reputation around between Korvax and Gek, so they hate me equally. Could I pull? I already did. It was smuggling and pirate missions 1 in the polls. This was already determined by polling. Also, if I was going to go for a better ship, it would be a Vesper-sailed pirate ship. But you know, you do pose a good point. If you want me to improve the ship, you're welcome to vote. But if you want me to continue doing pirate quests, that's in the poll now. Right. I don't want to sell to the terminal, though. Sell to the pilot. Wonder if there's other travelers here. Another thing I probably should be doing, because I do like the Viking, is to learn some Viking words when possible. So as I wait for the other pilots, I'll just ask around for Viking words. I don't really care about Gek or Korvax. Those guys can eat poo, as far as I'm concerned. I don't have a cargo jammer, though. That's another thing I should probably add to the ship if I'm a smuggler. Although I could just open fire at any sentinels that are trying to, like, police me. Wouldn't be a bad idea to, you know, have a cargo jammer. So 2 mil for the storm crystals. And then 1.2 mil for the banned weapons. Almost a mil for the Gragra. Half a mil for the relics. 1.7 mil for the feathers. I'll hold on to the cobalt and the uranium and the gold. Yep. Nice. So that was 9 mil. Not bad. If you want me to look for a better ship, which is not unreasonable, the thing is I'm going to need more money. To be able to afford a better ship. Because if I find like an S tier Vesper sailed ship, it's going to be expensive, right? So to get more money, I would say doing pirate quests is probably the way to do it, ironically, because it both fits the lore of what I'm going for, and also, depending on the reward for the pirate quest, is very profitable, as you might have just seen. So, let's go raiding. Let's go raiding for ships. So anytime I'm on a pirate system, I will look for Vesper sailed ships, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be outside of my price point. So current priority right now is earn money for a ship. Let's see how fast I can earn Some dosh. And this time, I'm gonna try to kill Korvax. Yeah, I'll probably end up killing Korvax. I have not used my echolocator. The thing is, for a better ship, I want a Vesper sailed ship as a pirate, so I don't care about... Oh, but actually, that's a very good point. Sentinel ships sell like hotcakes. So yeah, very good point. That's another way to make money, and let's do that. I'll do both. I'll pick up a mission and sell a Sentinel ship. Fusion core. Sure. Walker Brins? Well, whatever. I'll do the Walker Brin. Alright, so now we have a raiding yet another trade ship. And I will echolocate for a Sentinel ship to sell. Because those, like I said, if I have a Sentinel ship, I can also exchange that Sentinel ship for a Vesper sailed ship, and that actually would be really smart, now that I think about it. Because the Sentinel ships that you recover are worth a lot of money, so they will exchange at a really good rate with a Vesper sailed ship. So that's probably the best way for me to get a S-tier Vesper sailed ship, I think. So let's go do that. Is get a Sentinel ship to exchange for a Vesper ship. Yeah. Thank you, Fangface, for reminding me about that. And the beautiful thing is, I'm on a dissident planet here. So, it's pretty easy to find harmonic echoes, given that I'm in a distant system. What's the best way to max out your ship's shields? To find a ship that has a bunch of adjacent turbo slots. Ideally, a cargo ship, because cargo ships have a natural bonus to shields. And then to buy the best possible aftermarket shields, because I believe aftermarket shields go up to 45%, whereas non-aftermarket go up to 30, or something like that. You'll have to Google the exact numbers because I don't have them memorized, but that would be the best way. But the biggest part of that equation is to get to find a ship that has a bunch of adjacent slots to one another, because turbocharged adjacent slots are gonna boost your stats more than really anything else. X, yes, X goes higher than S. So X is a gamble. X can go as low as C and higher than S. So it's a complete gamble anytime you buy an X. I got really lucky with these here are like better than S. Because what is it? S max is at what, 30%? I'll have to look it up. Deflector shield upgrade. S max is out at 30%. X max is out at 38%. So this is almost meta. This is 37 out of the 38. But S tier maxes out at 30%. So I already have two black market mods that are better than S tier, which is super, super lucky. Because they could have been as low as 7%. It's a gamble. But yeah, if you want to go meta, you got to go black market. And I'm a outlaw, so of course I'm going black market. What numbers do we got? We got 8, 14, and 4. Also, I'll take the multi-tool for free. Maybe it's better than the one I have. And maybe the Sentinel ship will be like S tier and worth a lot of money. Who knows? I don't recall where my ship came from. If my ship came from this planet, it's going to look the same. Which isn't bad. I really like the way my ship looks. Alright, you a junker? Yeah, you're a junker. Take for free. Make sure I'm using the correct multi-tool. I am. Alright. Let's go check out the ship. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the cargo freighter-styled ships that have the best shields. I think it's maneuverability goes to the Vesper sails, shields go to the cargo ships, fighters for weapons, sentinel ships for hover mode. I'm not sure what living ships are best at, all around. But yeah, every ship type has some advantage. You'll have to Google it. I don't got them memorized. But I'm 99% sure it's the cargo ships that have the best shields. Because they got something to protect. Oh, it's a different style. Nice. This looks very much like a ship I own in a different save. For better or for worse. Alright, so inverted mirror and the brain. And my first Sentinel's weapons. Oh, not bad. Fire rate. Given that I'm Scatterblaster. Alright. Where be thy mirrors? What's sad is I threw a mirror out earlier, but now here I am needing one. And the reason why I want a different ship to exchange is, like, I kind of like my ship, so I want to keep it. So if I'm swapping a ship for a Vesper ship, I'd rather keep my original. Just call it sentimental value. I don't think there's any mirrors around me, so I gotta... Oh! The jetpack upgrades. I just bumped into, like, something flying, but you can see the difference. I'm able to hover a lot longer. And also, the health upgrades in the top left. I was at, like, 4 health cores, and now I'm at 7. That's much better as well. Hello, Mira. I see you. So it's a C-class. It's not a good ship, but it's going to be worth enough that I can exchange it, I think. Don't have an echolocator. That would make me sad. All right. This is definitely speed run of getting a Sentinel ship. The other thing worth mentioning is because I'm in an Outlaw system, there is no system law here. So one of the advantages is if I find like an inverted mirror on the planet, like while I'm flying around, I can just blow it up for the inverted mirror and not have the space police force come after me, because there is no space police force. I'm in a lawless system. So I'm sort of eager to try to find a find one of them to demo that. I'll have to fly low and slow to pick one up. But that's something that's unique to Outlaw Dissident systems. The true advantage to Outlaw Dissidents. And very much the reason why we picked this planet. But for the life of me, none of them are popping up. I suppose I could find them on foot and then hop into the ship, but that's sort of defeats the purpose. You might have to just take my word for it. Oh, here we go. So, see? Normally, if I was on a distant planet, I would have the police coming after me for... Alright, I have to change the camera. This is embarrassing. I can't see where I'm shooting. So normally, when you do that on most planets, the Sentinel police force will be blowing you up. But as you can see, I'm in an outlaw system. There's no police. So I can fly around farming echolocators from my ship that way, if I want. Because they ain't no one to stop me. Yeah, it burns in my hand. Blah, 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 blah. Hand it over, and thank you. Might as well learn some dirty Gek words. If I'm a smuggler, knowledge is power. Even if I don't like the Gek. It's useful to be able to know all the Gek curse words to be able to curse at them. Well, getting this Sentinel ship took, like, what, 5 minutes? Maybe 10? It's worth, like, probably 20, 30 mil. But I'm going to use it to exchange. And then I'll show you the best way to find Vesper-sailed ships next. No, I meant to claim. So I'm going to hop back in my original ship because it can do something that the new one can't, which is scan for trade outpost. And then hop in the new one and fly to that trade outpost. So trade outposts, when you arrive, have like a whole bunch of ships land at them, and that improves your odds to find the ship that you want. And I'm in this ship so that if I find a Vesper-sailed ship, I can just exchange rather than purchase outright, because I don't have a lot of credits. This is probably the fastest way to find the ship that you want, other than using known portal coordinates, which I don't do, because it kind of ruins the sense of exploration. So my ship's worth 34 million, so that should have pretty good trade-in value. And I mean, I'm in a lush planet, so... Oh, there's this Vesper ship. Are you landing here? It's also worth mentioning, like, ships that you see that don't land, don't chase, because if they aren't landing, they'll never land. So that's a hauler, C-class hauler, C-class explorer, a C-class hauler, a solar, and we're being attacked by pirates. But this is a C-class solar. But if I want it, I'm just demonstrating the exchange, and then I'll go kill those stupid pirates that are pissing me off. So if I wanted to negotiate price to buy this solar shale, I can exchange instead of buying outright. And because my ship's worth so much, the exchange would be easy to afford. Alright, pirates. Look, I was here to buy ships, but now... Oh, right, I'm in my dinky ship. Well, even a starter Sentinel ship's gonna be better equipped enough to blow these morons out of the sky. Oh, I got like an artifact. That's worth 600,000 out of that. Well, okay. It's a new treasure record. The other thing I'll note is the absolute fastest way to find ships, albeit a boring method, is to just load and see who lands, and then if you don't like the ships that land, just load back in. And I'll do that a few times, but only because I'm at the end of the stream. So A-class hauler, not bad. C-class hauler, a C-class fighter, C-class hauler. So it would look like this, where you just you go out to options and you're like, hey, reload autosave. Because I had just autosave. You autosave every time you exit your ship. So you can just keep reloading autosave to see what like 4 or 5 ships land, and then hopefully you'll find a Vesper sail. And the way to find Vesper sails are most common in Outlaw systems. So go to an Outlaw system, go to a trade port, and just do this reload. It's a little mind-numbing if you have to do it a lot, but I'm only going to do it a few times. Oh, come on. What is that? Oh, C-class. Yeah, I don't care. C-class hull. C-class hull. That's a fighter. S-class fighter. If I cared. I don't. C-class solar. It's too bad the S-class fighter wasn't the S-class solar. Then my search would already be over. But yeah, that's I'll do this a few more times. See if I can't get myself an S-class solar. I could settle for like maybe an A-class solar, because of how lucrative it is to smuggle for nanites. I could even settle for a C-class solar and just upgrade it to an S-class. The disadvantage to that is the way to get like a meta ship is that your turbocharged slots are adjacent to one another, and buying a S-class ship outright, you'll know whether they are or not. So if you find like an S-class ship with a bunch of adjacent turbo slots, that's as good as it can get. If you buy a C-class and you upgrade it, you don't know where the turbocharged slot adjacencies will be, and it's really expensive. It costs 85,000 nanites to bring a C-class up to an S-class, so it's not all that affordable to do it that way. So there's another C-class hauler, or solar rather. Another C-class solar. So question is, how low of a ship class should I buy? And you guys can vote. So I'm just finding a whole bunch of C's. The other thing to add is the style that you find is often driven by the solar system that you're in. So the current Sentinel ship that I'm in right now, all the Sentinel ships that I'm going to find on this planet through echolocators is going to look exactly like this purged. It might be a different quality. It might be an S quality, but it's all going to look like this. Which is also to say, the solar sails that I find on this planet are going to look like the ones that are currently landing. There's not going to be a lot of variety. So if I want a different style Vesper sail solar ship, I would have to travel to a different Outlaw system, which I could do. I will look. This will be my last search on this load. That's another C-class. That one looks pretty cool, though, I will say. So we got a C-class explorer, C-class fighter, C-class solar, and some fighter, C-class fighter. Yeah, I like the color scheme of this one. But yeah, they're all of roughly the same design as a result. It's just the color scheme's neat. Okay, so before I end the stream, what I'll do is search for... I'll go to that Viking Outlaw system and search once more to see what shape and style there is. So this is my home system, which is really going to be easy to come back to. Oh, hyperdrive has no fuel. Oops. Hang on a minute. That's easy to fix. I had radiant shards on me. Now, the thing is, I don't have a, I can't scan for a trade outpost because I don't have an economy scanner built into this ship. So if I'm gonna try to find Vesper sails, I can't get to a trade outpost very easily, automatically, because of the lack of a econ scan. I wonder what it would cost just to throw that in. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll just build one. It's fine. Oops, let's click. No, I have one. Alright, let's go down to a trade post and see if I got lucky in my first try. We're headed to Surga. Was this a distant planet? I didn't see it on the scan quick enough. It might be. That'd be funny. Another dissident outlaw planet. Oh, but the trade post is on a different planet. Never mind. Doesn't matter what planet the trade post is on, because this whole system is outlaw. And the reason it matters that it's outlaw is Vesper sailed ships occur most frequently in outlaw systems, whereas if you're just looking for S tier but not necessarily Vesper sailed, you want to go to a system that is wealthy. So by that I mean, if you take a look at the stars, see that little compass and it has a 1 star, that means it's like poor. Whereas 3 stars, that's a 2 star, so it's a little bit next to the gear. You can see the 2 little stars. That means they're kind of like mediocre. So if you're looking for S tier ships, you want to go to a 3-star system like this one. This is a Corvax 3-star, and that means their economy is booming, which means that the quality, the percent of ships that are going to be S tier on average will be higher. Only if you're looking for just like any old S tier ship. So if you want like an S tier fighter, go to a 3-star prosperous system. But if you're looking for Vesper sails, definitely go to an outlaw system. And we'll see if the style here is cooler than the one I was just at. And while we wait, I did want to learn some more Viking words. That's just a fighter, I think. Not a solar. Fighter C. Oh, here's a solar. Solar C. Pretty much the same style. Maybe a little bit more compact. Hauler C and Fighter C. So, unfortunately, I didn't get lucky my first try, but the style here is really not significantly different than the style in the other solar system. And that, my friends, is where I'm going to have to leave off. Thank you for tuning in to No Man's Sky Outlaw, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 5th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow outlaws,